Good morning. My name is Lakshman. This video is related to linear regression assignment, and this assignment is done for Geely Auto, which is a Chinese manufacturer. This Chinese manufacturer wants to foray into American market, and he wants to understand the factors that are going to influence the US market, so that he could vary those variable factors and price the better by changing the design, by changing the approach, etc. The data set we got is from the surveys that we got in 1980s. So we are using the data set to analyze the pricing of the linear. So the reason that we consider here linear regression was we have dependent variables as the target variables, which we call, or dependent variable or output variable, which is continuous variable. Because of that reason, we are considering and we see the linear relationship between the independent variables that we consider versus the dependent variables. So most of them is linear. Considering this, we are going for linear regression. Here the approach was initially we had to prepare the data because some of the variables are continuous, some of the are categorical, independent variables. So the continuous variables are standardized so that it will not influence the regression much. However, the categorical variables also been treated, converting dummy variables. So dummy variables here we have used R programming for entire frame of work. In that R we use model.matrix uh, function to commit dummy variables. Now, after that, we went for exploratory data analysis. In exploratory data analysis, what we did was we see the how the individual variable, like number of doors, whether what is an engine size, and what are the whether the engine is OHCF or rotor type, etc. How that is influencing the pricing. So we had an initial understanding on the patterns, and once the EDI is done, what we did was we went through and building the model building. In that model building, since we have all our categorical variables and uh, continuous variables are prepared, and we have checked for missing values and other inconsistencies in the data. So once that is done, what we did was we prepared for the model, and now we have separated the model from test train set and test set. And on train set, we worked out, we built a model, and we used step AIC to reduce the number of variables. Once the step AIC is done, what we did was that to further prune, we consider VAF, various inflation factor and significance level. So whichever variable, independent variable, which has got highest VAF and not less than 0.05 significance level, we removed them. Likewise, we repeated the same thing again and again till we get all variables which are less than 0.05, and there is no multicollinearity among the variables. So we checked multicollinearity using VIF. So VIF is high, the multicollinearity exists in the term. So we would like to remove that. And once that is over, we run the model and we test it on the train set. So we got an adjusted Oscar of 93% on the train set, but we got 80% on adjusted R square. The reason that we went for adjusted R square is just to enable that, enable faster, because it will, adjusted R square will penalize if there is not much of variance by adding the variable. So if there is not much a variable can do, it will downweigh the R square. It will penalize the R square. So, but R square will, once you add the product, a variable R square will improve. Because of that reason, we are not going for R square. And after that, and also I'm not going for more complex because models, because 80% of the model has been explained, variance has been explained by this test trend, and because of the bias trade variance, where I don't want to overfit the model. So that's the reason I did not go for it. And here, if I look into the factors that are going to influence, the brand value has the highest impact. So the company needs to look into the building the brand, and some of the stroke to bore to stroke ratio should be very negatively impacted. So you need to, if the bore to stroke to bore ratio is high, the value will, the pricing will be reduced, and people are using the front rotor type of engines. So these are the recommendations that we have given. But brand value is one of the strongest of all while buying a purchasing a car that American consumer considers. Thank you very much. This ends my explanation.